You're listening to the UK Christian Hip Hop Podcast on Kingdom Culture.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 33 of the UK Christian Hip Hop Podcast and Kingdom Culture, the home of UK Christian rap. And we're joined with DJ Cassie and Calvin Venus. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good guess.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. A bit bored, I'm not gonna lie, but apart from that, I've been keeping myself very busy. Well, I've been busy by most of it by no choice of my own, but yeah.
Have you found balance? Because things are starting to, get a bit normal now. The cogs of life are starting to turn again. Have you found a balance between, things starting up again, or are you still working from home? What's
So
that looking like?
I'm still working from home. One day I do work out. One day I do go out, but the other days is at home. But so I still don't feel like everything's back to normal or where I am, because it's almost as if you're having to move around and be a bit cautious of where you go, what you do, what you touch, and I just don't. I'm not gonna lie, I'm OCD, so it can be a bit of a struggle. So with that side of things, yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing my friends, family, having a proper barbecue. It's my birthday next month, Charles. As you know, we share the same day.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
We're gonna have like what we're gonna end up having. It looks like part lockdown birthday.
Yeah. Well, so, I'll be honest with you. We've had I think 4 or 5 barbecues so far.
Wow.
Yeah, man. No. I'm just like, yo, everything's blessed. Yeah.
I've had a barbecue, but with just my family in the house. We haven't had anyone round.
Now some
yet.
friends, man, in the garden.
We haven't had anyone round yet.
And we put up the inflatables and we kicked back and we ate some food and.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I saw the picture of your of you in your garden.
Yeah, man.
I was like, look how neat the grass, everything is cut,
Well, that's what I have been doing over this past 2 months. I've been doing, like I said on a couple of podcasts ago, I do some gardening, man.
Yeah.
And me and my wife have found some real tranquility, and we're very busy people, so it's better to sit in our garden for free of charge and not have to go and pay for a hotel or serene location. We sit back, we kick back, and we just enjoy it. Like in the daytime, it's lovely and green and beautiful. And then at nighttime, all of those warm, like glowing solar lights come on. So, we're out there, we're having a good conversation. We're just relaxing the mind. So we're finding a good balance, man. And because I work from home at times, it's nice to be able to go and come out of the office and go into the garden and just, computer versus greenery, should I say. Yeah. So, it's been good, man. It's good to hear that you found a balance. What about yourself, Calvin? Have you found a balance between work life and home life?
It's hard in the media industry sometimes. So the short answer is no. But I've never had a balance. And so, I work to a schedule, still do. When COVID-19 kicked, my schedule was like obliterated. Like everything just wiped off basically for the foreseeable 2-3 months. And so what was interesting is how quickly it populated. And, a lot of people diversified. I received a lot of work online, and I've kind of used the opportunity to just kind of thank God for His provision, because what was, I guess, mapped on the schedule was what I predicted the provision to be. With it being wiped away, it's brought me closer to God, and God has kind of just reshaped. And just I survived 3 months with new business, or recent business, recent telephone calls, recent emails, messages, and so it's the first month was absolutely manic. I couldn't even breathe, the amount of work that came in and the adjustment I had to do. But in that period, looking back at the earlier month, it's nothing but praise, because that's what the Lord could do for you. Because it's so easy to just panic and go. I mean, I did panic. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, Lord, I'm basically effectively paying 2 mortgages, and I've got like one main operation, and I've got like a growing business at the same time. And so for those who don't know, because I'm not trying to speak code, I've got a 1,200 square foot studio. And so it's not, the construction is not complete. But the Lord has just provided me with more finances than I was planning. And so I've been able to just kind of construct, still work with clients. And the amount of music that's coming out is absolutely insane.
I guess there is still a bit of a conversation about quality control as well.
Yeah.
Quantity is good, but again, if there's no quality,
yeah,
you know, there can be a bit of a challenge in terms of how far that music will go, and also how it reflects your brand as well when you play it.
correct.
Do you find there's a challenge with that?
There is, because I get some music in, and although it sounds good, the quality of it ain't great, and I don't want some artists to feel that. It's not that I don't want to play your music, it's just that if it doesn't sound good, I'm not going to do you any justice, you know. It's going to make you look bad. Obviously, I've got to protect my brand too. So, you know, but ultimately, I don't want the artist to look, especially, you know, UK, I'm born and, you know, raised here, and I don't want their music to sound terrible, because it's going out to a worldwide audience. So I want it to reflect greatness.
And by sound good, you don't mean in terms of the melodies and what they use. You're talking about
the melodies,
the technical side.
The technical side is what mainly, I would say most of the songs I've heard so far recently is more to do with the mastering, the end of it. I'm not sure if it's because some people have done it because they're in lockdown, and you know, they probably thought they might have had more time, maybe they could do it themselves. But I just feel it's never great to miss that part, because at the end of the day, you're still going to end up having to go back and do it. So it's best just to finish it properly before you submit it, because it may be that, you know, that time's gone, and then when you resubmit it, you know, it may take me a while to get back to it, because I have so much messages coming in, you know, and then it kind of backlogs, and then I don't want it to feel like, oh, I'm not even paying attention or even answering your messages. But it's just that, you know, it's just best to get it right first time.
And I was gonna say, how do you know the difference between something that's mastered and something that is not?
It's strange, because I've been listening to music so long. So I've heard really bad. I've heard different levels of music, and then asking, and obviously now talking to you guys, Calvin as well, I've realized when I've asked him questions, and then he's told me in the past, oh, they haven't mastered it or haven't mixed it properly. So then I thought, okay, oh, that's what it is. You know, why it sounds like that. So I've learned, you know, maybe where the problems are. I mean, but again, it's always good to get your friends to listen to it. I mean, when they're doing it, get your family members or friends to listen to it, because and especially someone who's got a good ear for music, because if they're honest, I would hope they would tell you the truth and listen to it and all. Because most people, when they listen to their music nowadays, they're probably going to stream it through their, you know, as they do, through their TV, through their because they're watching it on TV, or they're streaming it somewhere through their phone, might stream it in their car, might stream it on their you know, the little speaker device. I can't remember the names of it, even though I've got one in my house and so on. So, you know, so things like that. So just listen to it in all different settings and think, how's that going to sound? Because, you know, for me, it's like, obviously those small, like the speakers, I mean, I got them dotted around my house. So wherever I'm in the kitchen, my little speaker, the sound isn't as great as if I come my sitting room where I may have a bit more bass. But, you know, the quality to me shouldn't change that much when you've gone to a different speaker.
So you're saying for them to do all their checks, do all your checks.
Yeah, do all your
devices.
checks as well. Check it to think, and if it sounds a bit, because sometimes it sounds, I've heard some songs where you can definitely tell someone's recorded it in their bedroom. Maybe their bedroom, in a room, it just sounds so airy, you know, things like that. I've heard it. It's just, you know, and to say the content was good, but the quality was just not there yet, and I'm just like, oh.
Calvin, why do you feel like artists have such a third degree mindset towards mastering their projects?
It's because the industry's changed. So like we call it the commoditization of the industry. So what do I mean by that? And I'm trying to make it very basic, because I can go on all day about this. It's my subject. But essentially, like, you know, the cost for putting music out now is significantly lower or more accessible to all. And so you don't have to go through gatekeepers. But so because of that, you know, you've got so many YouTube channels that say all you need to do is this, subscribe, or, you know, do my course or whatever. And there's so many tools out there, and the cost of technology has gone down. All of these contributing factors has enabled a lot of access to people, but you know, the expertise is kind of waned a little bit. And so where I would consider myself, you know, a professional mix and mastering engineer, a lot of producers and other engineers consider me part of their team. And that's the difference. Some people think, well, that person is doing it all by themselves, or they're perceived to be doing it all by themselves. Therefore, you know, I could do it all by myself. And so there's like a knowledge gap in the industry. But, you know, sooner or later, a lot of people do hear from radio DJs or other people and say, hey, man, I wish it could sound a little bit as good as, I mean, it's not hard. You go to Spotify and go through different songs, and your song just seems anemic, for one of a better expression.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's a good expression, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like where it just feels like it just lacks. I mean, you know this through TV, right? Yeah. Not everybody understands what UHD means versus OLED and all these new terminologies, right? But all you have to do is look at it and go, that one is better, that one is bigger, you know? And so to get that, you may have to speak to an expertise and say, hey, I'm looking for a new TV and I want that quality. What is that? You know? And so there's still a need for expertise, but sometimes ignorance isn't bliss, and you find out the hard way, and then you seek out people like myself to help you get to where you need to be, you know? And it's not like we're, you know, we got like billboards everywhere saying, hey, get your music mastered like the professionals, you know, but we are out there, and there are so many, so it's sprinkled to taste. And there are apps where you can get it done automatically, but again, you know, you either get an algorithm doing it for you, or you get you know, a Calvin room could get it.
Yeah, but cause that's the thing. So I mean, some people probably use it, but at the same time, they may be good at writing music and all other aspects of it, but then I don't know. It's like the end product part of it. Is that maybe?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So like, there's a lot of talent out there, but there isn't many producers. Yeah. There are a lot of beat makers, but there are not many song makers. You know, there's a lot of songwriters, and everyone's an independent now, right? Yeah. But not everyone's a team, and that there lies the issue. You know, those that make good music have good teams. They may not be displaying that team, but I'm pretty sure they got a good team. You know, it's very, very hard to be a jack of all trades in this industry. Yeah. You know, if you're not churning out a lot of music, and maybe you should be diversifying a little bit. On that note, I've been producing a lot, but I just don't tell everybody about it because I just don't want to be bogged down with new songs, because it's hard to wear every hat. I've made that. Some client wanted me to produce, mix, and master some songs, and it took an eternity because it's hard to think outside the box. And that's what you get when you work with a team. You have the opportunity to kind of, you know, you have more brains to a song, and so you have the potential of it getting better. And so
like when many hands make light work, almost like a all involved.
No truer statement. You know, if you think about it, all I study is the science of music production. So while you're being very, very creative, you can allow me to just be scientific. It's hard to be creative and scientific at the same time.
Yeah.
That's very true. Very true. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we had a discussion about that from the Gospel UK Bangers mixtape. It shows you that, you know, we can actually add quality, and them great nuggets that you both gave there, which is really good. And hopefully got our pens and pads out and taking notes, man, because I don't think these things are hard to do, you know. We should train ourselves in excellence, you know. So KCMix.com, make sure you go there and check it out and find out more of great archives and content that we've got there.
You're listening to the UK Christian Hip Hop Podcast on Kingdom Culture.